Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled.
Alright, we should be live. Hello there everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. And a good 2.5 also if you are pulling for Yae Miko, or if you have pulled for it. Well, I hope you are lucky. And we'll just get it started then. So, we're gonna do the Genshin Raiden Shogun Act 2 quest. So that's gonna be cool. Probably might be one of the best ones, if not the best one, to be honest. Reminds me of H-Dahas, in fact that we kind of fight like a divine being, that being the Raiden Shogun, which I think is even better. So if the story is good, the story's around, it's actually been foreshadowed, I'll show you guys in a bit, then I'm all up for it. This might be my favorite. But before that, by the way, there's a new dialogue here. If you have completed the cleansing ritual, I have heard this from someone else, so now you heard it from me, so just do that. Click here about the cleansing ritual. Lady Yae did ask us to make some arrangements for the sake of that cleansing ritual earlier. Said new developments that precluded the need for us to continue our preparations. Even asked me to give them a mental lens to blonde-haired Outlander. Oh, so Yae was actually overseeing. I actually did not know that. And I expect that the new development that Lady Yae mentioned was you. Now they do give you the mask at the end. That's what I heard. So let's test it. You have my thanks. Did not know you managed to, Secret Cycle's no mean feat. You have my most thanks. Shrine made of the Grand Narukami Shrine. Because you told me about Kazuri. Here we go. Kazuri, I don't believe any such person works at the Grand Narukami Shrine. That's probably to be expected. I mean, she just appeared out of nowhere. Speaking of which, we found an antique Kitsune mask while cleaning up the shrine hall. It seems to have belonged to Lady Kitsune Saigu. If you don't mind, would you like to have it? Since you were the one who completed the cleansing, which I believe there must be some fate to you that ties with you, Lady Saigu, and the shrine together. It's become a little fragile with its great age, so you can't really wear it, but I believe it must at least bear some sentiments and blessings from bygone years. Here we go, a mask. Oh, that's actually, oh, okay, never mind, I guess I'm not using it. Oof. It's the furniture, I thought they'd give you a mask. Well, I guess I'm keeping it. The Kazari mask. That's a shame, man. When I heard they gave you a mask, I thought they'd give you a mask that you can't use. Okay, then I guess I'll keep the mask then. Alright, I'm still keeping it. They do give you the furniture though, it seems, so definitely get that. Alright. Probably gonna be placing down my teapot really soon. Also, regarding the foreshadowing, if you go into Ace Story 5, you haven't unlocked it. Here, now a bit further in. She believed that anything was possible, including the worst case scenario in which she will someday become a threat to eternity. But she had to press on, she had to reach eternity. This she would not permit to be stayed by any outside force. The puppets were something that she asked herself long ago. You believe that you are more firmly convinced now than you were yesterday, and that is why you are presently correct. Is that so? And going a bit further, the battle with the self, with her past, would come someday. And here we are.
Talk to the Electro Archon.
Alright, let's just begin. Let's go over to, it was with Catherine, so we can start off the quest there. Check if the audio's alright. We're good to go. Alright, Catherine, where are you? Wait, the vision statues are gone. I just noticed that. That's good.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Hello there, Catherine.
Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that...
A commission? About Raiden? What?
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Paimon, come on.
Indeed, as ever.
Alright, what's this commission? Well, are you saying that, A just went up to the Catherine and posted a commission? That does sound odd. I mean, would she trust a normal adventure with that?
I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are
available? Of course, that was what we were here for. It'll depend on the task and on the compensation. No, it was fine.
Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission.
Alright, Yashiro.
Apparently, Rift Towns are attacking the roots of the sacred sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
This is starting in an odd way. What do you mean Rift Towns are here?
Rift Towns? On Narukami
Yeah,
Island?
it does sound odd.
Yes. We are not sure where exactly
By the
these
way,
creatures
please don't
come
bring
from,
them in permanently. I hate
but
them.
this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target.
The sacred sakura roots. Why
The
though?
sacred sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware
Now,
of
if
this
I had
already?
to guess this, I'm thinking we're gonna go back to the sacred sakura on Yae's quest. Because if Raiden's quest is about to the puppet, then I think this part over here will be kind of like stop midway, and then it'll continue on Yae's quest. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. We did see in the trailer about the Hakushin power, which is kind of related to Sacred Sakura Cleansing Ritual that we heard. Not sure what it is, but it is related, so I think we're gonna be doing that on Yae's quest, maybe. Levi, I understand.
Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Yep.
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred Sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift
Don't
Town's
get to defend
attacks,
against them.
they are finding it difficult to defend against them.
They're tough though.
Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with
Right.
all other available forces to eliminate the monsters. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work.
So far, whenever
But so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Towns has failed to substantially ameliorate
time
the
to make some
situation.
whelps yelp. I'll send these pooches packing.
You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on
I'm
your map the
confident,
areas
but
where
I'm not
Rift Town
confident I can
appearances have
survive
been
against them.
recently
Let's hope
reported.
there's not as many as
I
you
hope you won't
described.
encounter too much trouble overcoming them.
Because I really hate them, not gonna lie.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abyssos.
I'm on. I know that's like a common quote, but don't joke about it. That's rude. Alright. This is starting in an unexpected way. I was not expecting any Sacred Sakura things
Sakura's in danger again, huh?
in the Raiden
Who'd have
quest.
thought?
We'll see.
Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Kazari's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it.
Time to
Time
teach
to
them a
teach
lesson
them a
indeed.
lesson.
Alright, so we head back to, I believe we go to Mount Yogo, right? And then we jump down. It should be on the routes, right? Let me check the map. Where do they want us to go? Go to the area where the monsters have appeared. So that is... Oh, it's actually in a different location than I thought. We can still go over to Mount Yogo, though. I think that's the best way to glide down.
Right now, right here.
Alright, let's go. Do I have any for level these up? No, actually, nope. Wait, the next one is Acquaint Fates. Okay. Once we have enough, we'll get those. Alright, so down here we go. By the way, I do currently just have Raiden, Yae, and Traveler on the team, but if I do end up being really hard to defeat which I'm guessing it will, the Raiden's weekly boss with these three, of course I'm gonna put in either Zhongli or Kokomi and see how it goes. Alright, oh here they are, just two of them, okay I'm glad, please, no more. At least not at the same time. Oh, you will regret you ever tried to attack them.
Right now, right here.
Alright, Yae does some decent damage. I mean, their talents are not even fully leveled up at the moment. Oh god. Chill.
Now.
Okay,
Right
kinda.
here.
Okay, that's alright. It's in a triangle now.
Lightning flash!
Illusion shattered. Emerge. Right now.
Okay, now I can do this.
Right here.
Lightning flash!
There we go. They're done.
Plenty of them. No wonder
Oh god, chill. I'm not sure if I can if they keep coming. Okay, it's fine. Oh, there's more of them. Wait, is this where A appears?
Torn to oblivion!
Holy hell, I was not expecting that. What the hell? I was expecting, because when they have a cutscene like that...
No, could also be A.
Probably A, I think. Like, I know when they do cutscenes like that, it's usually when a character appears. One part of me was like, yeah, A's probably gonna appear, but another part was like, wait, why did an Archon appear out of nowhere just to save a traveler from some wolves? But anyways, let's see what is this A or Shogun? Because I feel like if it's the Shogun, we could be in as an enemy.
Oh,
It's A. Okay, I'm glad it's A. Yes. I recognize that voice. That's A.
It has been a long time.
Yep.
We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
So it's a continuation of Inazuma's story, essentially, and I wonder how things will go down with the Tenryou Commission if that does actually come up again.
Okay, sounds more like A.
Yep, it is Yae.
You, right?
Shogun's voice is slightly different.
You sure made
It's the same
sure
voice actor, though.
That was amazing.
What brings you out this time?
I'm making early preparations for what is to come.
Is she already aware that the Shogun isn't gonna accept her?
Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past.
Yep. That was essentially what Act 1 was. It's just for preparation for Act 2. So that it actually makes sense that, you know, A's changing. And that's why the Shogun doesn't want it. So most people... I liked Act 1. It wasn't the best story because I'm really usually love just lore. But Act 1 was necessary for Act 2. And most people just complained at Act 1, not realizing that it was a setup for Act 2. I think it's just going to be amazing for Act 2.
Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
So that's why she's here, alright? She's probably heard about the Sacred Sakura stuff, and she's probably come to help out as well. Because, I mean, the Sacred Sakura is important
Makes
after all.
sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself.
True, she was probably here to protect the Sacred Sakura. I mean, she
Recently,
has lived for thousands
I
of
have
years
observed
too.
a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The
Yeah.
most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here.
Missions
where I
adventures can
happened
do
to
with
run into you.
monsters. I mean, if there's a lot of them, it could be difficult, but it doesn't seem like it's a matter of needing the Archon's attention, true.
If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Yeah, I can see where this is going. I'm not liking it.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
No, because these things don't have an effect on eternity.
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her,
Yep.
matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission.
Yeah, and because she only acts on the rules.
But rift hounds attacking the sacred Sakura. It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
Oh. So, with the Rift Towns from the Abyss, I mean, we already knew that, but then that just confirms it, that they were a lot more back then, I guess.
A disaster?
Conrius.
Yes,
500 years ago.
500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma.
Are we getting Conria Cataclysm lore?
Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this
Yeah.
homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely.
Must have been horrible for every single region.
The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard.
So, it seems like there were a lot of them. It does bring a few things to question. If the Rift Towns were massively out here in the wild during the Cataclysm, and if the Rift Towns were said to be created by gold, then what the hell happened? So, Celestia destroyed Conria and cursed the people. But these monsters, and for example Durin, who attacked 500 years ago, were created by gold. What happened to gold? Did he lose control before, after? Was it the reason Celestia attacked? There's so many questions right
Their
now.
duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then
Passage
call in
through
even more
space?
powerful beasts.
Oh, so that was, yeah, because they can distort the barriers, so they say. 500 years ago, Kanuya.
So you've heard of it too.
I think we're getting lore here, and I'm excited for
That's
it.
an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one.
Not really.
But an excess
That
of
must have been
caution is
painful.
not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together.
Right.
From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby.
All of them must be eliminated.
All of them must be eliminated.
We need to go then.
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kind of makes you feel invincible, doesn't it?
Me with Zhongli on the team. Relatable. I know, right, Paimon?
Oh yeah. After we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more
Yes,
about Kanuya.
please. Please. Can we get to know more? That would be so amazing.
This color. It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage.
That's not good.
Let's follow it. It should be this way.
What color? The purple thingy? Alright. So we follow it. There's another mark over there. So yeah, it's the purple thingy. Look for the marks left behind. There should be another one nearby. There it is. It's all around the place. That is odd. It almost sounds like painting, actually. I think we might need to just get a bit closer to that. Okay, that should have counted, right? Alright, let's keep going. The next one is over here. We keep going to the next one. Look for the marks left behind. They're over there.
There is no escape!
Yep, here they are. Try to figure out what happened.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
That's good to know.
This stuff that's flowing out. Is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing?
That is odd. So that's the purple thingy that we saw. What's this?
What's
Huh?
this?
They're not... Are those the vision? We don't have the mental lens equipped, right?
Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time
Yeah,
we've
but
seen
why
ghosts on
here?
our journey.
You know Kami. Can the Secret Sakura do that when it search?
Why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
That is odd. Itamura.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
Well, I don't feel like I've heard that name before. Maybe it was just similar.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Okay, so they do see us, but I think they're in the past, right?
Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them.
Now, this could be 500 years ago, or this could be them actually nearby, and this is what happened like 5 minutes ago. So they could still be wounded. If they do actually exist in the present,
We
they
will
could be a
defend
problem.
Inazuma until our dying breath.
Let's ask what exactly happened, because if they are just reliving memories, then I think we can learn more through this.
You don't know?
Okay, it's 500 years ago.
Inazuma is engulfed in darkness.
Not really right now, but you're just could these actually be considered sins of Takayo? They're technically just reliving memories, so I guess that could be it. I mean, we are on Narukami Island though, so I'm not sure if you can call them sins of Takayo.
Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They're merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path. Every last trace of humanity's
They'll
existence, I tell
devour.
you.
That does sound
They'll
scary.
devour it all.
You know, I don't think he was exaggerating.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around around here.
Look, it's reliving a memory. That seemed clear, Paimon.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now! There's no time left. The Almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but
The
ourselves.
Almighty Shogun is gone. What does that mean? I mean, I know Makoto died, but no one knew. So, what does that mean? Kitsune Saigu did die, yes. You mean like the Shogun was in Kanuya? Or did something else happen?
I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
Here we go. Though it's in the present and not in the past, that should hopefully be able to calm him down.
It's... the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
She's gonna try to explain it about the memories and everything, I guess.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun?
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is
Yep.
Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember.
I'm not sure if that'll get straight to him though. Because if he's reliving memories, I'm not sure if he's seeing what we're seeing.
There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What?
Yeah, he's a bit confused right now.
But how? Just moments ago they
Okay,
were
so he's seeing
everywhere.
what we are seeing. It's just that in his memory, he just went through the cataclysm. And now all of a sudden the environment changed. I guess that's what he's
I
seeing.
saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma.
If only that was that simple back then.
Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an
Inazuma
eternity.
will last for an eternity.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
The sins are fading, if you can call them that.
What's wrong with him?
So disappearing? I think that might be the case. What's happening though?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon
It were
feels
memories
all
of the
sad and
past. Kind of like
hopeless.
Sins of Takayo, but different.
If I am not mistaken, what we just
Yeah,
saw was a
samurai's memory.
samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Red Hands
Oh.
attacked, some of this
So
filth
those were the
leaked out
memories
through
of
the
back
cracks in
then.
the trunk and formed a physical entity.
I guess that the calamity back then created lots of filth to the sacred sakura. It was really hurt then.
An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive.
When
But when
purified,
purified,
it's in form of
It
memory.
presents in the form of a memory.
So that's why it was different from the sacred sakura cleansing ritual that we did back then, since we purified it recently.
Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards.
So yes,
In
it
other
is like
words,
a thing
it cannot
created by the
exist
ley
for too
lines. So
long.
it's not too different from the. It's not too different from Sins of Takayo. I'm not sure if it's the same thing as the skimming. Does that work the same way? The thing that we saw in Liyue. That might actually be the same thing. Let's mention that.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
I think the skimming kind of lived on though, just as a ghost. I don't think she was experiencing memories of the past, but rather living in a present where not many could see her.
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma 500 years ago.
I know Kitsune Saigu was absent. She died there. Let's not mention that. Let's ask about the Shogun, because maybe she was in Kanri, maybe she has some information about that.
Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others
So she went to Kanria.
came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria.
We are getting lore bombs here. Okay, hold up. Inazuma says at the time, some were local in origin. So the monsters did appear around the world, it seems, not just from Conria or from the Abyss, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Conria. I guess she must have been solving those situations.
The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late, otherwise it would spread to all of Tevat.
So that's why she went to Conria then.
But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about.
Oh.
She would
That was
shoulder
the
the
last time they saw
responsibility
each
of
other.
protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat.
You can see the sadness in her voice, man.
I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
This is sad.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Conria?
Same time or after? I guess we're about to find out.
Indeed.
Same time. Okay,
Countless
that does
monsters
change a few
suddenly
things,
appeared
possibly in
throughout
theories.
all of Inazuma. In the end,
Suddenly appeared.
Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to protect the people.
That's sad.
I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last.
Should we say about Kazari?
But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land
Yep.
itself and in my heart.
And that's when the 500 years in the plane of Euthymia began.
Hey,
This is the loss of Yae Miko. Okay, come on, Traveler. Let's not talk about that.
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters,
It almost seems
I
to
was
have
helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive.
That's sad, man. For people to live for thousands of years, if that was possible, and seeing everyone you care for die as the years go on, that's just sad. Especially when you've built such close bonds with them. That does happen in real life, though, which is kind of sad. I mean, not in the terms of thousands of years, but in the terms of people who die early. For all we know, someone you care about could die tomorrow, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's just sad.
After my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever.
So you're no longer stuck in the past. Well, the Shogun might, though.
When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse
That
of how
was
the
Act
nation
1.
has progressed
See, one
over
more
the
reason why
centuries.
Act 1 was important.
A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss.
But also new
But
encounters. Yep.
New encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the
Yep.
sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for.
That's what being human is about.
As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth. I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
he's taking all this pretty hard.
I mean, it is difficult if you've been through that much pain.
Come on, let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
Alright, here we go. More Rift Towns, most likely. If I had to guess, they're gonna be around the coast. Keep going forward. And they're probably gonna be right ahead, right? Wait, where are we going? What's the path? I think we're on the wrong way. Maybe over here?
Illusion shattered!
Okay, so there was one thing here, right? Oh, it's over there, okay. Never mind. Wait, it's not where we came from? It is.
Right now.
Wait, can we not? Oh, we can do this though. There we go. Okay, so through here. Oh, there they are.
Expected, there are a load of rift hounds here too.
Oh, wait, we're doing a trial, right? Or is that our Shogun? That's our Shogun, okay. Why do we only have the Shogun? Oh no, listen to me. It's fine, okay. If there's just two of them, I'm kind of scared though, because if we get corrosion, this could be bad.
Shine down!
We can't heal ourselves. We need to dodge. I'm kind of scared, not gonna lie. Okay, so far we have not been hit. It's gonna teleport. Okay.
Shine down!
There we go. We get the burst in. We do have corrosion now. Okay, it's fine. There's only two more.
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Wait, something is this already happening? Why now? I'm feeling okay.
Why would you ask that?
It's almost like she had a headache.
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go! No?
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy.
Is that so?
Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time.
True.
I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
I feel like that's a bad sign though.
Ah, makes sense! Spoken like a seasoned shogun. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about
It said on the
this.
quest, talk to the person who appeared, so I wonder where he is.
Hey, the same light
Oh, here we
is
go.
fading out again.
There we go. So that someone's gonna appear then. Same situation as before, probably. What? He's blindfolded.
Furuyama? Is that you?
She knows him. Okay. Team Master.
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I
Thought you were
off
fighting a battle
fighting
in
a
this
battle in a
land.
distant
That does
land.
confirm it. She was in Kanria, fighting the monsters though. I don't think she destroyed Kanria. So it might have been just the gods of Celestia. I don't think the Celestia could have controlled them at the time.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds
Yep.
like this guy's talking about 500 years ago, too.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue.
Oh.
Though blind, Furuyama is
That's why.
unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Let me guess, something tragic happened. I mean, he is immortal, so even if he did survive the calamity, he wouldn't be here now.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has
Has
brought
brought
a
a
guest.
guest.
I'm
Hello
afraid
there.
I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
Not anymore.
What should we do?
Want to learn more about the past.
Yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters
Paimon, you can just
everywhere out
ask
there.
about it.
It's pitch black and loads
don't
of
need to
people
fake
have
it.
been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already.
Paimon.
Most of the residents in this neighborhood
Alright,
have already
since he's going with
escaped.
it.
They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided to stay.
So most people, with some exclusions like Furuyama, try to escape, which makes sense, but I'm not sure where they would escape, right? If it was evil everywhere. I mean, they at least tried.
And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. where could I possibly run to then?
How come you're not panicking?
People flee out of a desire to
True.
live on. And the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in
He
life.
feels accomplished then. Kind of like what Tu Tao said in the story
Me,
quest.
I have no such thoughts.
I have no
And
regrets.
I have no regrets. The almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart. A true dreamer. One thing she always says is,
Good things
good
don't last
things
forever.
don't last forever. Everything changes, fades,
That was
disappears
very
completely
different from
over
the
the
Yae
passage of
today.
time. And so, people must make the most of the life they have. Seize the chance to enjoy
That might
it
have
while
been
it
Makoto,
lasts,
though.
and have no regrets in the end.
That does sound like Makoto's words though, right?
Uh,
That doesn't sound... Yeah, it does sound like Makoto.
So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be
I
satisfied.
see.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. What a pity.
Oh, you
Never get
can
to see
now.
what
I mean, it's
Inazuma
just a
looks
memory,
like
but you
after the
can.
almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now.
It went dark
To
a long
me,
time
it went
ago.
dark a
What's
long
that
time
mean?
ago. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew.
Oh, there we go.
But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. So, never mind, eh?
That probably does remind her of Makoto.
Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and
Getting to serve
forgetting
the
to
tea.
serve the tea. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just...
What in the world is a tea
Where
set?
in the world is the tea
Don't worry,
set?
you're just a memory man.
I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Really? But it's always been right by my side.
We
Goodness
know where to
gracious.
find a tea
What
set.
a fool I'm making of
Are we
myself.
gonna go make our way to the tea house?
I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no.
You're almost
Your humble
implores
servant
now the war
implores
raging
you,
outside.
not with the war raging outside.
It's no longer here. I mean, we do have a few rift downs right now, but not the full-blown cataclysm.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to
Right.
us.
But, well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me. I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Alright.
We go to find a tea set.
Kamisato States. That's another
Having a
option.
cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much, and it makes Paimon so
We're
sad.
just reading over the dialogue first.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Makoto.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
Very well. Kamisato State then.
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun.
Hello
How
there,
might I be of
Your Honor.
assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that
That's
for you right
probably
away.
not a request. They haven't seen it coming.
Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform
Wait,
my
are we gonna
visit
see
immediately.
Ayato?
Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
He's kind of nervous
Be
there.
at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually,
Okay, we're not gonna see
I
him.
prefer to spend this time chatting with the traveler. Please, fetch the tea set
Alright, so
at
you're
your
not gonna see
convenience.
Hayato. Yet.
No, no, no. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Alright
Well,
then.
It's not often we have the chance to chat.
So you must have.
I'm
I
sure
do!
you must have a lot of questions.
Was it really you that tea master used to say? I feel like it's Mikoto.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases,
The former
the one
Electro
he made tea
Archon,
for
Raiden
was the
Mikoto.
former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto.
Makoto. Okay, so that's how it's pronounced. My bad.
He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it.
Probably because most people didn't know. And, you know, he wouldn't go around spilling secrets.
The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
Oh.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Yep.
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams.
The yearning for a better future held by
The
living
yearning for a
beings.
better future held by living beings.
Or in other words, ambitions.
They are similar, but not identical.
Hmm?
When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me. Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
That must also be tough for A, not thinking about it. She essentially, though out of her own grief, went against Makoto's ideology, and she's probably feeling a bit of regret about that then.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath
Yeah.
the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something
A
material
concrete outcome.
or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something
Something
innate,
eternal.
rooted in instinct.
Essentially two different kinds of eternity.
In other words, it is something eternal.
That's, quite a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcome I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of
Seems more in line with how
eternity
humans
she
view the
set out
world.
with. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did.
That's some elusive arcane wisdom.
But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was,
Yep.
on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity.
Yeah, I think she's starting to understand now, but just moments ago, she wasn't yet.
But now,
Yep.
I no longer cling to what was lost.
Does that mean our differences have been reconciled?
I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the Almighty Shogun.
You do, chill, chill, no need to feel nervous.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
You know what? Like, the god of Venezuela is pretty chill. Just sit around and have some tea.
Let us return. We ought
Yep.
not keep Furuyama
I wonder if he'll
waiting
still be
too
there
long.
though. I have a feeling he might be gone. Because it was just a sin of Takoyo though. Kinda not, actually, now that I think about it. It's not like he sins or had any regrets. So, no, actually no, he had no regrets. So why is he there? Maybe it was just that, maybe it really is just memories. Maybe it does work in a different way. I think it definitely works in a different way then. Because if it really was something about what we've seen before, you would have some regrets to be reliving a memory. And that doesn't seem to be the case. Just chill with life. He just keeps on doing his work, and yes, the calamity is happening, but it doesn't seem too afraid of it. If he dies, he dies. That is usually his ideology, so I'm not sure why he's reliving that memory. I kind of speculated it to happen.
Hey, where'd he go?
Probably dissipated.
He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
What about, I think it might have dissipated though, but we should probably go look around then. Yeah, perhaps the ley
Or
lines, yeah, I think that's
Perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him
Yep.
for very long. As was the case
think
with
that
the
makes
memory
more
we saw
sense.
earlier.
So we won't get to drink his tea? We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
I'm starting to understand how A feels about Saigo and everyone that just happens.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Miracle of what? Now I'm interested in that. Fate? Sure up, Paimon, let's make our own tea.
Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set.
Okay.
Perhaps I should try my hand at
That
making us a
sounds
pot of
cool.
tea. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself.
Alright, that does sound cool. Avery's making hot tea with the tea set.
The tea is ready. Please give it a
We're
try.
drinking tea with a shogun then.
So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it.
You know, it's just memories
I'm
flooding
not
back
sure
in.
how to explain it.
I understand.
You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back.
You can almost hear sadness in her voice when she says those names.
Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably light-hearted.
Alright.
But now,
Let's
I'd like
see
to broach
then.
a heavier topic, if I may. The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu,
So took Makoto away from me for
they
good.
also took Makoto away from
Makoto, right, not Makoto.
me for good.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes,
She went to
She
Conria
went to
alone
Conria
without
alone.
telling me.
without telling me.
What? Could something have happened? Maybe the theory might not be wrong then. What the hell happened there? But then doesn't that mean that the A and Makoto technically were not just Kagemusha and a body? They're like two, they could be, like they could, not always, two different individuals. Because if A was the Kagemusha, like the shadow, I feel like she'd always be with Makoto, right? And it's like Sally and Valdiona, essentially. But maybe I was wrong. Maybe there is something more to it. Because if she went to Conry alone without telling her, then if she was the Kagemusha back then maybe she did have an individual body if she wanted. And that's why they could be separated. So this does sound odd, because I actually know that, so.
Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had
That
arisen
does
in
sound
the
even
past,
more odd then. Wouldn't she
I was always
ask
the
A
one
for
to
it?
face them in her stead.
Maybe the theory that Celestia commanded the Archons, using the Noses, to destroy Conry was true. Because I think Makoto might have had the Noses, so it makes sense that she would go to Conria. I think if she was in control, then maybe she would ask A for help, because if she had no experience in martial arts, martial arts and anything for combat, she usually asks A for it, and I don't think it'd be an exception. I mean, I know she does care about A. It wouldn't want harm to come to A, but I mean, they have faced things like Orobashi before, so I don't think that would be a reason to forsake that.
But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had
Are
no
you sure that
choice
is the
but to leave me
case?
behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case,
That's sad.
by the time I realized what was happening, yes, it was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath.
That's just sad.
She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind.
Somewhere similar to playing behind me.
As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthymia.
Wait a second, then those cubes that we saw is almost like it was in Makoto's mind. I didn't actually know it was her dying breath, so she was dying on her hands, so I think that might actually have been just Kanuya. Never mind, okay, never mind. Ignore what I said.
It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly.
That's just sad.
Even in those final
I
moments,
could not
I
understand her
couldn't
actions.
understand her actions.
Celestia, I hope you haven't done anything.
Why did she go to Conria first, and not I?
Why did she keep... Yeah, that
Why
does
did
sound
she
odd.
keep me in the dark about it?
She doesn't know
Was it to
either.
shield me?
Or did Celestia Commander? It was either Makoto believed that this would be way more dangerous, and she couldn't put A in danger because she believed in A's martial prowess, but still would not believe that she could survive it, and thus she went there alone, knowing it would probably cost her her life. Or, which does sound odd, because I mean, if she didn't believe A could do it, then herself, knowing her own skill, I don't think she'd go alone. She'd probably try to find another way. Like, maybe ask some friends, like Zhongli or something, an Archon that could maybe be available to help out, or something else. It doesn't make sense. Unless Celestia did, you know what, with the noses, if that's why the Teresa's taking them away.
It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness.
So
just
that's the
before it
origins of the
collapsed
plane of
completely,
Euthymia.
and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's interesting.
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo,
And appeared?
the tree that you know as the sacred sakura.
Are you saying that it hasn't always been there?
That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about.
What the hell? So you're saying a tree appeared out of nowhere, and somehow people thought it was there all along, except for A. And what does that mean for the tree then? Did it modify memories or what? What's going on with the sacred sakura? That does sound sus.
No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air.
What the hell?
In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness.
Or it could be something worse. Now I'm really suspicious of the sakura tree.
With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able
Wait,
to
no.
overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
So the sacred sakura appeared out of nowhere, and it was to quell the calamity in Inazuma. So maybe it wasn't sus. Maybe it's not. Maybe, I mean, it is sus, but not in the way of maybe it could be something dangerous, but rather maybe someone else tried to stop the calamity, and place it there. Who could have the power to do that? Phanes? Now this is getting interesting.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
Makoto's power somehow made that reappear. Now this is just a speculation by A. So yes, it could be the case, but I feel like it might be something else that could be really important down the line in the story.
Yes.
Actually, it could
She
be
had
Makoto as
such
well,
a
I
great
guess.
love for this land and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful.
You can hear it in her voice.
But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Seems like you've done a lot thinking about this already. I know the pain of separation too. Let's mention that.
While we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
We're asking it. Okay, have you seen my sister before?
Sister? I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Yep. We kinda came into this world 500 years
Based
ago.
on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived,
The worst of
the
fighting was
worst of
already
the
over.
fighting was already over.
So there was a lot of fighting. It wasn't just people turned into monsters and there we go. They started attacking Teyvat. It wasn't like that. There was fighting. Could be that the people of Conria resisted it. Some of them maybe resisted the corruption. Or they were turned into monsters. But like the Abyss Flectors and everyone else in there, they actually still have a brain to think and to act. So maybe they still protected Conria even after they were transformed into monsters. They were still fighting.
And
Okay.
also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma
That's
and the fate
understandable.
of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess.
Yep.
Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea,
Let us
let
honor
us
the
honor
Tea
the Tea
Master's
Master's
memory.
memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Oh, this story's gonna be sad. Continue the pursuit. Farewell to the past.
Take this!
Did we hit it? We did. Yep, there's one over here. I guess we're gliding down then. Right? I see some over there. Yeah, they're also over there as well. I think we can just go to this window. And we carry on. There's one more over here. If I had to guess, the rift towns are gonna be over. Yep, definitely. Yep, and they're over there. Are we only gonna be able to use Raiden or what? Oh, we got a cutscene? Is this a
Once
cutscene?
again,
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Please leave them to me.
It kind of like sound like a cutscene.
Hey! Are you sure you're alright? You're scaring us!
We can fight too.
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best.
You sound like you're overexerting yourself. The Shogun could be fighting against you already. Yeah,
no
this is
escape.
definitely a tragedy to come. I can feel it already. Oh god, I almost forgot. We cannot be hit by it. Chill. Okay, we got one hit here. Some energy particles.
Shine down!
We hit that. Okay. Get some particles in. Okay, chill. We are already taking damage from corrosion, and I'm not liking that. What the? Wait! Oh no! That was, I thought we were kind of stuck there, but something happened. Is the Shogun trying to take the body from May?
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
You don't look too good.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your
We'll
strength
fight
back.
for you. Oh, the Shogun's definitely in on this.
We'll deal with the monster.
Hey, what the hell? The monster's still around.
That's the
Why is
same
it happening
line
now?
again.
Time for another trip. Who have we got this time?
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too.
What the hell?
Are you injured, Your Excellency?
It's not the best timing here. She might need some rest. Hopefully they're not aggressive or
I'm
anything.
quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Wait, can they actually do battle? They're just memories after all.
Come on, men. They're coming back for more. Let's get them.
Can they actually fight
Don't!
them?
It's too dangerous.
I mean, the Rift Towns are kind of like not normal either, so it's actually
Danger is our
possible,
duty,
right?
man. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
Please, don't tell me they're just gonna die in front of us.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
An electrovision, okay.
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us.
Did they all have visions?
If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all
Or
time
maybe
is the
just one
moment
of
for
them.
us to honor that.
So there were 3 groups of people, one of them at least had the vision, if not all 3 of
That's
them.
how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Blessings by the gods. So unwavering commitment to resistance.
Nobody knew where your excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts.
Aww.
This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Question is that gonna do anything against the monsters? I mean, they are memories right now. I guess we're about to find out, right?
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh?
Alright.
Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Alright.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
They are actually fighting with us.
I'm always watching. Right here. Show them.
Erase all threats. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
So it seems they can fight despite being shades. Hey, chill.
Under all sight.
Are we okay? I think we are. Almost sounds like I died here. But no, that was just a bad timing when my Raiden
It
died.
seems like their attacks are finally over.
So they could fight. That is interesting. I thought they were just memories. Maybe there is something more to these memories.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay?
Maybe we
you
should
should
keep
keep
resting.
resting.
Or maybe we should go confront the Shogun right now, because I have a bad feeling about this. It doesn't sound normal. I mean, it was just a few Rift Towns.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
So this was a time 500 years ago, almost like a war, but except against the monsters of the abyss.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Interesting. We have no business disrupting the reality they are experiencing. True. Great, thanks. I appreciate it.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best, but the Almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future.
They really had great belief in the Shogun.
No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, We will always place our faith in the almighty Shogun.
Thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency.
Oh,
we
I'm
will
not
never
thinking about
doubt
what the
your
Shogun
word
will
as
think.
long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun.
They are fading then. It wasn't interesting. The way we're getting illusions like that, it's so good. It's the story's going amazing. The story's phenomenal.
They're gone.
Is that a promise to them? Or a promise to yourself?
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain.
Well, I'm gonna try to overlook
But
the
in dwelling
splendor.
on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their final moments.
Yep.
The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will.
But here we are now. We can make things change.
You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now. And that's what counts.
Yep, Paimon's right this time.
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto.
True, like in times of war and battle, they need someone to protect them, like A. But back in the day, they also needed an Archon who could, communicate with them, give them hope for the future, dreams, like Makoto. And now that Makoto's gone, it's kind of tough for A that she has to essentially fulfill both roles, which one of them she's really not experienced in at all, since Makoto was the one doing it.
Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done.
Humans are worthy of our trust. Yeah, you can also... You do have the commissions for a reason.
Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you
Yep.
figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed
This
to
is my
bringing this to
promise.
fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway
Let's
resolved.
play for the time being.
It does not appear that the
So
threat will
we've dealt with
escalate
at
for the
least the
time
Rift
being.
Towns that were around for now.
I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's move on. It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh?
The promise she did just now. I really have a bad feeling about things that are about to explode, and the thing that she experienced in the battle before. Almost like confusion.
She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her.
Yep.
Huh?
She has been thinking about it.
What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up.
Oh no, here we go, right? That promise she just did, I feel like the Shogun, if she heard it, she was gonna be like, yeah, that's it. I am no longer being... I'm about to stop you. Oh god, I knew it. Hey?
What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body.
It's the Shogun.
I can't move it. It looks like the situation
She get you back to sit. Do you need to take a rest?
is more serious
It's the
than
Shogun.
I thought.
She is calling me.
She is calling me. The time has come.
Very well.
Can you help me walk? I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
The one with the sacred Sakura? Okay.
Why? What's in there?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
Wow, wait a second. I thought it was a plane of Euthymia. Do you mean there's something else to it? Go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine. Is that where the sacred Sakura roots are? Okay, we're in for the most exciting part, most likely. Okay. Now, let me just heal up. Also, I am gonna take a 5-minute break, get some water and stuff. And then we'll be ready for the probably to face the Shogun. This is really interesting. We already got a bunch of Kanria lore. We just learned something really important about how the monsters and the Kanria incident happened at the same time. Meaning it wasn't then starting with Kanria and then spreading towards the world, but rather, as it happened in Kanria, they suddenly, specifically use that word, suddenly appeared around the vats. So that's kind of scary. They appeared out of nowhere. The rift towns were apparently caused like for summoning more monsters because of those distorting barriers they can do. So yeah, I mean it's gonna be interesting. And we're now about to fight the Shogun, so I'll be about to take a 5-minute break, so I'll see you guys in around 5 minutes, maybe a bit less. Alright, we are back and ready to go. So, the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine. Is that the thing that is that the Sacred Sakura thingy? Or is that the thing I missed? Because I know there's an Electroculus around here, but I've never been able to find it. Is that what it's gonna be? I will see. I feel like there's something I missed here, but maybe it's just the one with the Sacred Sakura roots. So, we'll just have to find out. Yeah, it's not the one with the Sacred Sakura roots. Okay, it's one over here. Okay, I have not been here then. Farewell to the past. No, I have not been here at all. Okay, well, let's find a way to get in then.
Lightning flash!
We need one of those electric thingies. I feel like the best way to go about it is maybe teleport over here to the top one. Is there any of those electrogrind? I think it's called electrogrind, right? Things over here. And then we could jump down with it, maybe.
Narukami, please. See that he
Yeah, it is below here. Okay, where is it? I don't see it yet. Oh, there's a chest here. Apparently, is that gonna be a Tanuki? Definitely.
Lightning flash!
Wait, where is it? So it wasn't here. There's nothing here that can help us. We went too down, right? Too much down. Where is it? Higher. It's higher. Okay, we went the wrong way. This is confusing. Okay, so you have to go in this direction, right? Okay, I see one thing over there. I feel like we could use that. And then it's around there, so we can glide down. Okay, I think we found the way. I really hope that our Electrogranite level is enough, though. God, we're kind of screwed if it's not, please. Okay, it's good. We're good. Alright, here we go.
We're finally here. The entrance should be nearby.
Oh, that seems to be really painful on her. Oh, that's the thing we saw in the trailer.
Whoa! Where'd the Torii Gate come from?
Are you alright?
It's getting worse again.
Just about to put an end to it
But
all.
it's fine. I'm happy. I'm about to put an end to it all.
Shout out to the voice actor, by the way. That is scary.
This is a place I once sealed off with my own
The entrance
hands.
to Raiden Makoto's.
The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness.
Does that mean that it's actually not the plane of Euthymia? Then it makes sense that it would be different then. She
It
being the
looks like
puppet.
She will no longer allow me to do with this body as I please.
Huh? What are you talking about?
She Makoto. No, Makoto's
she?
gone. It's talking about the puppet, I think.
Follow me.
Where are we
They were being pulled in. it is different. Okay.
Where did we get sucked into this time?
We only have 3 electro characters. I feel like this is gonna go wrong, but we're doing it anyway.
Whoa. This place...
So this was Raiden Makoto's Realm of Consciousness. It does look a lot like the plane of Ithymia.
Look! Look over there!
The other Shogun?
It's another A!
It's the Shogun to be exact. Oh no.
We meet again, traveler.
Oh, hello there. Hello there. Huh?
This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules.
Ooh.
Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Oh no.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that...
It's the puppet. Yep. It was kind of foreshadowed since 2.1.
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you?
The thing is, in the Raiden Story 5, she literally said that it was the same words to the Shogun, except it was about, 500 years ago and before Makoto died. So she's not gonna believe that.
But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion?
I think what happened 500 years ago is more of a kind of erosion than what's going on now.
I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait! The atmosphere in
Just
here
took a turn
turned
for the worse.
Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier
It's caused by the
was
Shogun,
caused
yeah,
by the
which I
Shogun
can
rejecting
use.
my continued use of her body.
Cool. So that was what's happening. It was kind of honest, so it was kind of ending up to being obvious.
As she indicates,
When she made that promise.
once I started entertaining the idea of
Yeah.
change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of
She
her.
cannot affect me in this way.
She cannot
Yep.
affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary,
That was how she was
she
programmed,
appears here
actually.
to confront me.
Does the system safeguard against modifications to eternity?
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff.
It's an internal battle.
Extreme!
Internal battles. I mean, if you can call them that.
Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The
Just a
Shogun
minute.
herself is the manifestation of my
Yep.
past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there
Yep.
any other way? Can't you?
I doubt it.
through
I mean,
or something?
she's kind of talked it through 500 years ago, so she's not going to change now. Because if you become an enemy to eternity, even if you're A, that was how she was programmed.
But they both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun.
Her voice changed. Oh no, is this going to be the
It
transformation?
inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination
That was
to reach
500 years
eternity.
ago, man.
Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred.
Stored by the
All of
incessant
these will be
flow of
degraded
time.
and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you.
Yup.
Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy?
Oh, this is going to get
I
insane.
am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects.
Raiden
Raiden
A.
A.
Okay. We're doing this, are we, right
In
now?
the end, even the proud and mighty Oni Maiden was cut down and disgraced.
Oni Maiden. Oh,
Your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth.
that person.
Never
Hey,
shall it
chill.
shine as brightly as it once did.
I just want to hear your dialogue right now.
Shine down!
We're doing it. We only have, so they only let us use the Shogun. Okay, that's fine though. It's kind of tough though.
Now
Maybe we
you
can get more
shall
damage
perish.
once we do the burst. Yeah, okay, it's fine.
Inferior. The eye
Inferior.
sweeps the land.
Okay, wait. Continuously attack the magnetic electroculi to destroy them.
Illusion shattered.
Oh, it did not go well, but it's fine. I still have HP.
The kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's healing herself.
She's completely recovered?
That doesn't sound good.
Fleeting shadow.
And she has all the things now.
Shine down.
I can't actually get the more for the burst, so even if I do recover it. Okay, I can. Okay, I can. Never mind. She has them full already, though. So if she does the
I shall not
burst.
fall here.
Okay, we can't go down. That's good. Because I was kind of scared there.
Illusions are but distractions.
Oh, she's gonna burst it. That is finally defeat the special illusion for some of your body to show itself. So you just take down all the illusions. Okay.
Shattered.
We found it.
Shine down. Now you shall divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the
Here we go.
clouds.
She's back now.
There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time.
This is insane.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Oh, you're blocking it. And she's Zhongli plus Raiden.
Shine down.
Okay, dodge that. They're kind of hard to protect, but they don't do much damage, so I think it's fine.
Torn to
I
oblivion.
wonder if we only have like a set number of lives though, or if they're unlimited until we get to the second phase, or whatever that form is that we saw in the trailer.
Euthymia crumbles before.
Have you finally defeated her?
I doubt it. There's still a second form that we haven't seen, isn't it? In the trailer. Oh, a cutscene.
It appears your martial
never mind.
prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
Oh no, surely the Shogun puppet isn't invincible.
In this realm of consciousness, her
It's
existence
her
is
own realm of
tenacious
consciousness,
indeed.
that is true.
She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living beings, including you and me.
Ooh.
Does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
There's gotta be a way to end it by killing her. I'm not sure how that's gonna work though. We need to find a way.
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion.
Proving herself to her,
The
is that
future
gonna
I
change
shall
it?
forge will be a grand undertaking. One that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this,
Shogun
the
rules can
Shogun's
never
rules
change.
can never change. And Inazuma
Maybe
can never
this is
move
more like a
forward.
test. Maybe the puppet doesn't have to die. Because the puppet's under the impression that she's under erosion. Because 500 years ago, the puppet was programmed to go against her if the rules changed. Because that would mean that A would have undergone erosion and changed their minds. Which was not normal according to her.
This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last.
Oh, we're gonna be here a few
months,
centuries.
Years. Centuries.
We can't live on for centuries.
And no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat
What
her.
happened to Inazuma in the meantime?
500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place.
Yep. They're like the seas root of the almost century.
It is about time that I learn to trust them.
Can you bear to leave humanity to go alone?
I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future
Then
of
let us
Inazuma.
fight together about it.
However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's
His
hands.
hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
What do you mean like what? We go talk to Yae then. What the hell? Surely it doesn't end like that.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever? She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules.
Please
but
tell me the quest doesn't
still.
end that like that and continues in Yae's. Cause if it does, I'm probably gonna be doing it tomorrow morning. I cannot wait more. I can't do it today because I'm getting kind of tired. But I'm probably gonna do it tomorrow, like at midday or something, as soon as I'm done with lunch. Cause, please don't stop there. He has no physical body anymore. He has to rely on the Shogun. True. This can't be the only way. We need to beat the Shogun then.
Right?
Either modify
Also,
it
A
if we
be
can,
pretty stubborn
or
at times,
last case
and has a
scenario.
history of rushing into difficult
Actually, I don't know if
situations.
we can kill it. Can we kill the Shogun? Does that mean like killing the body or not? There's a few questions about that. Maybe we do have to modify it. So I can return times this history of rushing into.
What
That's
if
what's
she
happening
gets
right
too
now?
obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place. It could happen, and then she might
She wouldn't
never
forget
leave
it.
again.
Not about to leave her just yet. Our work isn't done. We gotta talk to Yae. Maybe she can find a way.
Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, help her win the fight?
She did say to pass on the words, so I guess to Yae, because it was the one that she was
Well,
referring
whatever.
to.
We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's
Unless we
in
could
there.
just stroll back in.
Oh, but we also can't get
Yeah,
in
we
there
can't get back in.
anymore.
Okay, never mind. That is just a move.
Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back
Come on,
in.
brain juice. Don't feel Paimon
Brain
now.
juice, don't feel Paimon now. Okay, maybe if we both ram into it at the same time really, really hard.
That's not gonna work. We need to talk to Yae Miko.
Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly forgot about her. Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm plane thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. All right, up the mountain we go.
Very well. The quest is not. Oh no! I heard the sound.
Talk to the Electro Arc.
Okay, it's not over yet. I am glad. Please let us finish the fight, and then Yae Miko's quest being about something else, like resolving the Sacred Sakura situation, which still isn't resolved. We did beat up a few Rift Towns and kind of calmed the situation a bit, but it's still not resolved. So I'm still thinking we face the Raiden Shogun here, and we do the Rift Town situation, which is still going on, just a bit calm since we took down a few, with Yae Miko. But we're about to find out. So either way, I've already been hyped for the
Someone's
story.
not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you.
Yes.
I hope you realize how lucky you are.
I don't
If it
think
was
I'd have to
anyone
keep
else,
reading
I
them
don't
with a
think I'd
smile
have the
after the
patience
first
to
few
keep greeting
times.
them with a smile after the first few times.
But you're always smiling.
Maybe just to us.
That was a figure of speech.
Oh.
Do you understand?
Alright then.
Nitpicking my turns of phrase.
Sheer
The
audacity. Alright, so A needs help, but to the point.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's A. She...
You tell Yae Miko about everything that has happened.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date.
She always finds a way to tease Yae about it. Sorry, A about it.
Impossibly stubborn. Jumps
True,
straight to
though.
the most extreme course of action imaginable. Presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities.
That sounds like A, alright?
Yes, that sounds like A, all right. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now?
She was more serious than anything until now. She rushed into it without thinking.
Rushed into it without thinking. Well put.
She acts like
She acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help?
Who gave you that idea? Well, who else could help out? What, Kamisato Wayaka? Kujo-Sara? I mean, they could help out with combat, but I mean, they don't know anyway. If anyone knows the way to open that door, it's you.
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
Aha, you're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that.
It's just
The
it's
nature of the
some
space
way.
itself is different in some way.
You're the one who has
But
actually
I
been
can
there, so
only
you tell me. What was it
speculate.
like?
You're the ones who have actually
There wasn't
been
many
there,
differences.
So you tell me.
It was just the color that was
What was it
different,
like?
and also the sky and the ground was kind of like the same.
Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
So can you open it then? Very well. Return to the entrance. To the secret realm. So we went through this time, right? Yeah, it was over here, and then we jumped up to the nearest. I think there was something around here about that we could use, right? There it is. There's the thing we need, the Electrograna. Summon Electrograna, my bad. Then we go over here. Oh wait, the way is already open. Never mind. We don't need to actually use an Electrograna anymore next time we come by.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept.
So I can sense
Luckily,
a
I'm
rough
A's
whereabouts.
familiar,
Alright.
so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this
So
realm,
the realm is actually
I
really
can
big,
still
it seems.
send you to where A is.
So like, even if you do get sent to the realm, it could be like so big that you can just go to a place where they're nowhere to be seen.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send
Sensing.
it there.
Like, if you don't know where something is, but you can smell it, and no, humans don't usually do it like that, then you can send them there. Also, if you just know someone really well, and they're able to know where they are, but like not see the location, just sense the location, if that makes sense, then that's also possible, right?
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply.
If
Right
you can
now,
sense
she's
energy,
surrounded by chaos.
like chaos, if that's even an energy type, then that would also be another option.
Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time. This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia,
Place your consciousness
it's
in a
much
physical
safer
object
if you
first.
place your consciousness in a physical object first.
Which is something I don't think we can do now.
What? Alright,
If I understand energy, you can go in your
You
dreams.
can do it.
In your dreams.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario,
Yae
only
reference.
stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Come on, Yae. You're not like that. You're not like that. She was choosing Taiwan, I think.
Here with both of you. Oh, fine. Paimon's coming too.
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I
So
shall
you
send
can
you
open
on
it.
your way.
Alright. Just gonna open it. There we go.
I say.
What is it?
Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all.
Oh.
My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the
Very
right
well.
destination.
We shall go in then.
Well then, the door's open.
Hop on in.
Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens.
So she can probably pull us out if something wrong happened.
I'm placing my god in your capable hands.
My god being A, okay.
For my sake and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
We shall. Look at that. Look at that. They're just standing before the gate. It's kind of blurry outside, so you can see the Traveler and Paimon over here just looking at Yae before coming in. That's beautiful.
Miko, you better know what you're doing.
We will not
That's
fail.
enough chatter. Get to work.
Very well. So we go in. The chaos waves, is it? Here we go. Hello? What's this supposed to be? Memories?
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
This is insane. Here we go. We're in. The battle's still going on. So we're doing it.
How can this be?
We're fighting too. Don't be like that.
You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years?
All these what? As she lost the wait. So there's, I see two possibilities here. One, she completely lost track of time in an absurd way, which sounds odd. Or two, time works differently here. I feel like it's the second one.
This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration,
Okay,
too.
maybe there is a way to change the Shogun, because I feel like this might be going better now. You know, that at least the Shogun isn't saying, oh yeah, it's erosion. At least she's starting to recognize it. That is good. That could be the first step towards changing the Shogun, instead of having to kill her completely.
You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps.
Look at this. Shogun, A, and then the Traveler and Paimon just standing face to face.
Then,
Ready for a
let
duel.
this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago.
This quest is insane.
Final duel? So you're
Final
finally
duel.
willing
Does
to...
that mean Shogun was gonna die? I feel like that's gonna happen. What happened with A though, the body? Can she actually hold herself now without the Shogun? Is the Shogun like optional? Might be.
Stand back, traveler.
Oh no. Are you gonna put an end to all this? I mean, we're gonna help out at least, no?
I'm going to be the start of something new.
Oh, we're just gonna watch.
The time our duels took to fight.
We're just
was
gonna
long
watch.
enough
Okay,
to witness
perfect
the
for
rise
this.
and fall of nations. The energy they consume, great enough to vaporize
Oh, here she is.
oceans and turn day into night.
Can we dodge that?
And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams.
I just realized we're in a permanent burst.
Have endured. I will endure forever. The will I carry within me will never be eroded nor destroyed.
This is insane. Okay, we are in a permanent burst mode. That is insane. Okay, chill. This battle, I'm really glad you can get to use just one, just A, and they made it so it's permanent burst mode.
Illusion shattered.
Alright.
Eternity is in my hand. Shine down.
Hey, dodge that. What's that? You dodge it? Or is it gonna be like the Ocean of the Void thingies where they just explode after a while? You might want to stay away from them. Yeah, they do explode, so I guess we can take damage from that. Okay, wait, just gonna do that. Okay, I don't want to use heals, but if I do have to, we'll see. Are they gonna heal us up? Because I'm kind of low right now. I don't think this is needed, but can provide us some extra damage for the 4K. Okay, so you are healed back up. I'm glad. Okay. So just enjoy the battle. Alright. It almost feels like I am playing at Honkai level because I love the burst. Having it permanently. Chill. Okay. I love that attack, man. It's so cool. Alright, do the slash, this charge. I love the charge attack, to be honest.
Shine down.
Witness the end of the long battle.
This is
epic. This was amazing.
You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit.
So she did recognize her now. That is good. Maybe we can then modify the Shogun, right? I feel like that might happen.
But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future.
Interesting way to look at it. She's talking about herself, by the way.
You need not worry about the future.
And you aren't
alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure.
She knows A's power. The Shogun's power, I mean.
Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin.
Is that why she was in permanent burst mode?
The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power.
That was amazing.
This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto.
The previous Shogun.
Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again.
Oh.
It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval.
There we go.
Your present will is not the product of erosion.
Yeah, there we go. That was without Shiat, because that was she was told back then. So I guess the Shogun is gonna be modified then. I wonder if the Shogun still exists then, performing the normal duties, and then A will come in when it's necessary. You know, like when you need a brain to think and stuff. Because, well, the Shogun won't be able to solve everything.
From this day forth, this body will remain
Yeah,
your
it's as an
assistant.
assistant this time, not as an executor, like as someone who executes the rules and does everything. It's just as an assistant, meaning A is probably gonna be around more.
I won't design any more rules that can never be changed.
Yep. There we go.
You used to represent my past, but from
Look at
today onward,
this.
you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard
Aw.
you as a mere tool. Huh. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow.
Oh
just
my
as you were
god,
once
this is
Makoto's shadow.
insane! It's like Makoto and A all over again, except this time A being the Archon, and the Shogun being, although a puppet and not the real person, being the Kagemusha. That's insane.
The duties I perform will not change, but as a warrior, I
Yeah,
look
the Shogun
forward
being
to
the
the
warrior
chance to
now.
fight like this again in the future.
And while A does have the skills of a warrior, maybe even more than the Shogun, but the thing is that she will need to do what also Makoto has done, and that's probably going to take her a while, so maybe we'll get to see something in Act 3, if there is an Act 3 later. It's probably not as important, so I feel like that's not going to be coming in a while, but if there was an Act 3, I feel like it'd be about A starting to understand more about the duties of Makoto that she did back then, and kind of, learning from her. Although, I mean, learning from her in the past, like what she did, and applying it.
Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat?
I
It was
think she's
simply a new
enjoyed it.
experience for
There
me.
we go.
One that is worth reliving.
Wait, are the weekly bosses actually gonna be canon like how Andreas is?
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Wait, something happened to the blade. Oh, it's probably Yae. Musowishin. Yeah, what's that? Over there. Musowishin is
Hello,
glowing.
A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness.
What? What the? I was not expecting this. So that's Makoto's consciousness, even though she died. That's insane.
I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left
No,
the
you did
world
not
to pick
fail
up the
in your
pieces.
duties.
Makoto?
I'm speechless right now.
I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Musoishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full
So
power,
that's what happened.
I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was
Aww.
find some way to wait until you came to me. But... you never mentioned this to me.
She probably wasn't expecting it either.
Everything happened so suddenly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness.
Man, this story quest, it's my favorite so far already. If it gets better than this, I don't even know.
Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place
Summoned any art.
was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore.
Interesting, okay. Maybe Celestia had the eyes on Conria for a bit. Maybe it wasn't all as sudden as it seemed.
In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, And I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way.
And this is sad, but also kind of sweet that Makoto is actually getting to talk to Raiden A one last time.
Don't look down on me. See?
You admit it.
It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you.
Something to soothe Inazuma's
Something
pain.
to soothe Inazuma's pain.
What does that mean?
Here, take it. Before my
No.
last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
What's the gift? Huh? Oh, look, it's the
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really?
Huh? Is that really Secret Sakura? I'm still a bit confused. Something's gonna happen.
Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within.
Agree.
When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you.
The realm has changed.
Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think?
Giving her a space.
Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh?
That's just amazing.
Goodbye, Makoto.
Leaving the rock and returning to shrine, you relay everything to Yae Miko.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past.
So that's what happens. I guess that then healed the sacred Sakura. I am speechless right now. I did not expect Makoto to appear, even though like in a consciousness form. This story quest is the best. Way better than Zhongli's Act 2, and by the way, Zhongli's Act 2 was my favorite story quest until now, so saying it's way better than my previous favorite story quest is a lot.
No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
The wonderful things inside that place. Time was moving forward and backwards at the same time, true. So that's then how the sacred Sakura changed.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic.
Turbulence.
So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems.
Wait a second, doesn't that mean like time travel exists? I just realized.
And yet, That sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
Interesting.
I don't fully understand yet. But
that
my
seed.
intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean. Perhaps Makoto got a
Astaroth!
higher power involved in all of this. But whatever the explanation, her solution
They literally
is what
confirmed
saved us
it.
all.
What? Wait a second now, what does that mean? Okay, so I had a theory that Paimon was Astaroth. That was the god of time, right? Then did Paimon do something? Paimon, you want to say something? Or does that debunk the theory that Paimon was Astaroth? The god of time, that makes sense now, actually. That makes sense why time was moving in a weird way. That has way more implications. So we knew, actually we don't know, we know that Astaroth still, back in a few thousand years ago, still answered to Enkanomiya. So, at the time we knew that Astaroth was fine. The other ones might have been with Celestia already. There is something in the manga about Venti, when questioned about Celestia, being fearful of 3 entities. So if there was the 4 shades, if 3 of them are with Celestia, I'm guessing they might be with Celestia. Then Astaroth, for some reason, is not with it. And if Astaroth acted right now, then that does mean, 1, that Astaroth is still around and helping out in its own way, with whatever is going to happen. Or, 2, Astaroth only acted on the seed that was 500 years ago, and Astaroth's no longer around. Question is, who is Astaroth? I'm starting to question, is it really Paimon? I'm starting to doubt it. Maybe it's not Paimon, but then who is it?
Without the
God of
sacred
time.
Sakura,
Maybe we don't know it yet.
Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there.
That is really odd. Maybe it's about... But then why did it not affect the Archons? Could it be something like to do with the gods? With being from the other world? If Astaroth acted on it and tried to change to hide it from people, as in, you know, let's just make pretend that it's always been there, then... It's kind of like messing with time, so maybe the Archons were aware of it, or the gods in general that came from the so-called second throne, or even just from Celestia. I'm so confused right now.
You've
I
tried
have
in
many
the past
questions
to
but
prove
have
to
many
me that
answers.
there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness. But unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No. But I understand why now.
Hadn't even been planted
It
then.
was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
Okay, wait, I have answers, yes, but I have so much more questions than answers, and when a quest gives this, like, it gives you a bit of answers, but then the answers it gives you, puts you with way more questions, then you know a quest is good. Also, not to mention epic.
That tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
Don't you think that tree looked a lot now it does now? 500 years ago or now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Is that why it's in the form of a fox? So that just confirmed that. Okay, Yae Miko, you like foxes. I mean, you are a fox, right? Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune
So maybe
over the
it was
ages
like
to
that,
thank
okay.
for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too.
Alright.
It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not?
Wait, you mean that's why she was really surprised when she saw us and questioned about after all these years?
Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, You were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you?
Yes, I was. Is that significant? She's gonna tease us, isn't she? I know her.
At that time, I could sense
No?
his
Okay, I'm
whereabouts,
glad.
but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location
there's
was
also
not sufficient.
time was not the same there than then.
Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
An inevitability of fate. I am not liking that. I mean, like, right now it's good, but I am not liking what this means for the future.
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared.
'Cause it was many years then.
My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma?
Yeah, I mean, if you send the traveler away, let's think it like that. And I don't know the exact time that A perceived there, but let's say it was like 50 years. You know, like the traveler, maybe you'd have tried for 1 year or something, and then he'd give up. I mean, he does still have other stuff to do. So after 50 years he appeared there, then it would be probably worrying.
But it turned out you
Yeah.
had come to rescue me.
The time did
You
not work
came
the
for
same
my
way.
sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will
There's
never
also that
forget it.
question, then, are we a part of fate? Are we not the ones? Because we are not from this world, and people like Mona, for example, can't read our fate. We need that from Mona's story quest, and if that has a deeper meaning to it, then what does this mean for this quest over here? I have so many questions. Yes, I do have a few answers that they gave us, but those answers, like monsters appearing suddenly out of nowhere, and that was at the same time as Kanria, rather than after, and most of them being rift towns which were created by gold, which seemed those were the first to appear, then does that mean gold attack? Like there are many more questions than answers, but I really love this quest.
Hey, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking
Ask
about
about
your
your
emotions.
emotions.
Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could
all the way
unfold.
back then.
All the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day.
You made a crucial contribution too. True. Both of them.
I just planted a seed.
Your will and hers were both indispensable.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Hi Mona, so the question for you. Are you Istaroth? And if you are, what the hell did you do in there? The final act might be a simple one, but getting there was the result of countless efforts coming together. Just because the cause and effect ended up a big back to front, time we moved in weird ways, doesn't mean you should undervalue the part you played, true.
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and
Both
both
are
are
indispensable.
indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing!
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder,
Take
does
the
that
position
qualify
of the
me
shogun.
to maybe take the position of Shogun for a couple of days?
Look at that's a screenshot right there. I'm probably gonna set that as my profile picture, maybe, if it works well with Discord. Hold on, let me just save that screenshot real quick so I can keep it. I need to keep that. That's amazing. Okay. Like it's not like smug face. Like, hey, yeah, you're doing that. No, you aren't. You can see her serious face, her eyes.
Actually, no. Forget that. Far
Far
more
more
trouble
trouble
than
than
it's worth.
What, you saw her eyes? You saw her eyes like that? Wait, I think that's better for a profile picture. Let me take it again. Okay, I think that's the profile picture.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things
So
currently
she can
stand.
be modified now. There we
Then,
go.
we will give careful consideration to the future. After that,
I will
abolish the Sakoku decree.
There we go. Inazuma's finally moving on. It did take time because, you know, they can't just do it from one day to the next. It's really complicated, but then here we are.
Really? That's huge news!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under
we
lock
go.
and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma.
But out of those challenges will be born new opportunities.
I'm looking forward to it.
Man, this quest was the best. Transient Dreams. Oh.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Okay. About the gaze of the gods.
Makoto's gaze was always fixed on the people of Inazuma.
Okay, just Makoto is but okay.
I always assumed it was because that was her duty. But now, I see that hers was a gaze full of delight and hope. It was not just a duty, but a joy, too. She loved humanity very dearly.
Yup.
If the people of the past deserve the gods' attention, then so do the people of the future.
Indeed. No longer will I ignore their passions and dreams. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
About those challenges.
Abolishing the Sakoku decree has a myriad of implications. It would be folly to say that it will be all positive, and there will be no
Yeah,
negative
that's why you can't just
repercussions.
rush into it from one day to the other. You gotta make sure they are ready for it, because they could actually track lots of merch and stuff. So even like in like a, you know, a commercial sense and everything, you need to make sure you're ready for it. So after so long, I think 1 year or two of the Sakoku decree, it would take at least a few days or probably weeks, maybe a few months, to be ready to open it again.
For example, I can foresee the outside world posing a threat to Inazuma's
Exactly, that's what I was
businesses.
talking about, the businesses.
These are the issues that I must work to solve.
Like the news of a nation suddenly opening up again, I think that could actually not just bring the usual merchants back, but also a whole lot of new ones, since they might be taking opportunities there.
Hey, you're thinking about this all so conscientiously. I've only got as far as wondering whether I'll be able to sell
Sorry.
entrance tickets to the Grand Narukami Shrine in the future.
Brilliant.
Honestly, Miko, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
About the centuries of dueling, so that was what happened then, huh?
To put it bluntly, it was constant torture, with no end in sight. Faced with an endless battle, I had to remain focused at all times.
This quest
Had
was
my
insane.
concentration lapsed for but a moment, the Shogun's blade would have taken my life.
That must have been tough.
Safe to say, were it not for my previous experiences in combat, my skills would not have been up to the challenge. I would most certainly have been defeated. And through it all, you also had your part to play. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma,
About
but
the
I am
damage
prepared for them.
to the sacred Sakura.
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I will be sure to remind the Tenryo
Okay, I
and
think
Yashiro
this is where
Commission of their
Yamika's quest
duties
is
in
gonna
this
start
regard.
off, and I could be wrong, but I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
It's not only the monsters that I am worried about. I'm concerned about what else might escape from the sacred Sakura.
What else? Okay, it's definitely gonna be Yae Miko's quest focus, I think.
That's a tough one, all right. There's plenty more besides memories held in the ley lines.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be by Yae Miko then. We'll just have to find out tomorrow. We're gonna be doing Yae Miko's quest tomorrow.
Since you clearly understand, perhaps you could think about making an effort too.
Here we go, see? I knew it was gonna be like... The moment I heard about the Sacred Sakura thing, I thought, okay, so if Raiden's quest is about the Shogun, I think this situation is kind of gonna go unresolved, and then that leaves off with Yae Miko's quest. Unless, of course, the Raiden Shogun boss was gonna end up in Yae Miko's quest, but that didn't make much sense, so that was what I speculated. It seems it might just be the case. Now, we're gonna be seeing it tomorrow, so let's not say it's confirmed yet.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Yae Miko said she was placing her god. Yae Miko's gonna interrupt us, because, you know, her god being Raiden A, and Yae Miko doesn't want to admit she cares a lot for A.
Yae Miko said nothing of the sort.
Exactly.
And the traveler has
Knew
some
it.
nerve making up spurious claims about her while she is still present. Some words are not to be passed on. Trust me, you don't want to know the cost of betraying me.
Oh, chill.
Just think of the things I said to you as our little secret. Understood.
That sounds scary.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Suddenly wanted some fried tofu, is
I
that
suddenly
really?
want some fried tofu.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for
We've
them.
seen through all of them, yes. Okay. I have no other questions. That was the same thing, right? So I did click on Yae
Many
Miko
challenges
before.
still lie
Okay,
ahead.
so it's the same thing. Let me just test out with Yae Miko again. Make sure I haven't...
Many challenges
Yeah,
still
it's the
lie
same.
ahead.
Okay. I have no other questions. Ooh, what's this? Dream Sakura. So that was part of the quest then, a quest reward. Here it is. You have a single Sakura petal in your hand before leaving Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness. Its existence is heavy. Its existence is a mystery, sorry. It appears no different from the ordinary Sakura petals, and there it silently sits in your sword just like any of the other, but you can no longer touch it, nor can you feel its weight or warmth. When an object loses any of the attributes that one would normally ascribe to it, how can its existence be proven for sure? So it's like almost like a transparent thing that can't be touched or moved. As you think back on the many sights of the petal must have witnessed in the past, a certain guess comes to mind. That which sustains the Sakura's petal's existence must be someone's will. But as to who this person is and whether they are intentionally or unintentionally keeping this petal in existence, neither can be known. Nor can you prove whether that willpower is the one derived from yearning, trust, or gratitude. Perhaps when that person's will changes, so too will the Sakura petal disappear. Just to be safe, my best check back from time to time, see if it still exists. Wait a second, Makoto's will can't change now. I mean, she's gone. So who is that person? Is it really referring to Makoto, or could it be, maybe, referring to Istaroth? Sus. Yeah, I'm probably just looking too much into it. Just ignore me. It's probably just Makoto that's referring to, because it makes sense it's Makoto from the story we just did. Do I wonder what that means, that if that person's will changes? I mean, she's gone. She wouldn't change her will. And I think she'd still live in the moment. So, interesting. Alright, now I do have the thing over here, End of Oniric Euthymia. But I am also gonna leave that for the next time. Probably gonna do a stream specifically for this. Or maybe we'll do it on Yae Miko stream. The point is, right now it's in midnight and 30. I'm kinda tired, and to be honest, I need to rewatch that cutscene, because I feel like there might have been some information I missed out, so I'm gonna rewatch it one last time before I go to sleep. But before that, we should have the information in the archive already, right? So if we go on to Living Beings, the boss fights, there should be some lore about it, which, if there is lore, I do want to read it on stream here. Magatsu Mikate Narukami no Mikoto. Narukami no Mikoto, I think we've seen that before as the title. This is the form that the puppets that inherited the Raiden Shogun's authority takes when she's opposing those who threaten eternity. As the Raiden Shogun's assistant in pursuing eternity, she has never doubted, never felt fear, never given anything less than her best, never been disturbed by idle thoughts. She once heard about how Yae, shouldered similar duty when Makoto was also present, suffering much agonizing loss in the process. When the two shadows overlapped once more, however, she could only see the countless fine fractures of what would have been her eternal will. Since fate is destined for cyclicality, okay. Here we go again with the cyclicality and fate. She must fulfill her promise and declare war on her. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Power over the realm has been vested within me. I am the essence of all that is to the Raiden Shogun. Naturally, I have also inherited the pain of Yae's countless losses in her will to attain eternity. Resolve, valor, love, hate. They will all twist in the river of time, but the rules will never change. Very interesting. Alright, we will be leaving it off here then. Okay, look, this calls for a picture. Hold up. No, we're not leaving it off here. This calls for a picture to be taken. So there's one. Hold up, let me move a bit so the rock doesn't. Okay, another one. Okay. Now over here. If we do this, are they also gonna look? No? Okay, we need to stand in a way that they don't look at us though, then. Okay, I think it's fine here. Kinda don't want to step on the rock though. Okay. Take photo. Look at camera. Alright, thinking. Nah, stand by, okay. And if we do this, yeah, it's gonna do. Maybe we can. Okay, truth be told, I don't know how to work. Wait, I think. The traveler's blurred though. Yeah, we can. I don't think we can do it. Alright, get rid of that then. There we go. Now ride it. Sorry, traveler, do your idle animation. There we go. Alright, we are ready. I'm gonna log off then and go to sleep in a bit. Just gonna rewatch the cutscene one last time once I'm finished streaming, and then I'm probably gonna go to sleep. Tomorrow, most likely in the afternoon, we will be doing Yae Miko's quest. So I will see you maybe in the evening. I'm not sure. I'll see. I'll schedule it with at least 1 hour in advance, and then I'll post it on Discord 30 minutes before. So yeah, I do have a day off tomorrow, but I do want to do a few things like doing a few Twitter posts on my Daily Urges account and stuff. So yeah, probably not in the morning. I was gonna do it in the morning if the Raiden Shogun boss wasn't in his quest, which I kind of doubted. But the moment she kicked us out of there, I was kind of worried. Wait, are we gonna have to wait until Yae Miko's quest to do it? But turns out not. So since we are going on to a separate story, we can just wait until later. So afternoon or evening, probably that's when we'll do Yae Miko's quest. So yeah. Aside from that, thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a great week.